Yo, what's up, dudes? Lady dudes, welcome back to Just Nuts. We've got new cards today. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we got two new cards more or less revealed, so a pretty quick video. We have a continuous trap card revealed for the new, Warrior Strike. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, Warrior Strike structure deck. Really solid card. We'll get to in a second. And then we also have the Earth Charmer Aloft, the Link to Earth Charmer revealed for Ignition Assault, which is pretty cool. Just confirmed that we're getting another one of the Charmers, and then we're just waiting, I guess, on the water, and then we'll see if we even tries to mess around with the light and dark ones. But we'll start with Gemini Ablation here. It is a continuous trap card. You can only use this card's first effect once per turn. It only has one effect, so that's fine. Sorry, I'm burping. I'm sorry. During the main phase, you can discard one card, then activate one of these effects. Okay. Special summon one Gemini monster from your deck. It becomes an effect monster and gains its effect. Okay. Or you can tribute a Gemini monster, and if you do, you can special summon any Fire Warrior monster from your hand or deck. Then if you tributed a Gemini monster that had its effects already live, you can destroy one card on the field. So really, it's like really solid card, but also like in some ways I'm just sitting here like, here's why it's good. Some downsides and plus sides. The plus side is you can activate it every single turn. Your turn, your opponent's turn, every standby phase, or every main phase, discard to special, discard to tribute to special, and possibly pop something. That pop can actually be a legitimate disruption. It's not a great disruption, but it is something, right? It is continuous, so it does apply pressure to your opponent of all it takes is a discard and you get a free special straight from deck, right? So it does apply pressure to your opponent and making them really want to clear this off the field as fast as they can, kind of floodgating the way they're going to play. Let's be honest, Geminis were kind of looking for cards that just straight up special summon Geminis from the deck with their effects, stuff like that. I talked about this when we got the boss monster revealed, which by the way is special summonable off this second effect. Gemini kind of remind me, like the way I see the structure deck, it kind of reminds me of like Subterrors, where Subterrors are obviously a flip deck, so a lot of people probably on first look, and for a while, for 2 years I think, people were like, Subterrors are always going to be terrible. But you get a couple turbo cards that speed up the process of, the flip summon mechanic, as well as some really worthwhile effects when getting those flip summons, and you're really looking at something good. Guru's a good deck. It's my favorite deck to play right now competitively, and this deck kind of sits in the same place as that, and I think this is a card that helps it get on its way. It doesn't seal up the problem by itself, but it is nice, and even just for casual Gemini players, this card is nice, helping casual Gemini decks become a little more playable, a little more better. You get beat sticks at the cost of one discard per turn. Kind of worth it, right? So I do like this card overall, and we'll have to see. Keep in mind that this card right now may seem like, are the effects even worth the monsters you'd be special summoning off it? I don't know. But keep in mind, we don't know what the rest of the structure deck looks like. We could get 5 more Gemini monsters, all that synergize with each other, all that make this card super worthwhile. We don't know. We just have to wait and see. So keep that card in the back of your head. And then obviously we talked about also the Earth Charmer Aloft. I'll read over it real quick if you don't already know. It's the same exact thing as Win and Hita, but it's a Link to Earth Spellcaster with 1850 attack. It points down left and down right, the perfect Link to arrows that you're looking for. It's always treated as a familiar possessed card, and each of its effects are hard ones per turns. First effect says you can target an Earth monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your zone this card points to. Or also, as a second effect, if this Link Summon card is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect while in its owner's monster zone, you can add one Earth monster with 500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Basically, a mediocre float effect with a really solid extending effect. When this one comes out, I think it may be the best one? Question mark? At least in terms of like percentage chance, Earth, just overall in Yu-Gi-Oh, is more common than fire, water, and wind. It's actually, I think it's second behind dark and actually ahead of light. So, you know, just keep that in mind, that all of these will have their time to shine at some point. I almost guarantee they all will, especially in like mirror matches. Like, you could play this in Subterrors and literally just summon this to revive an opponent's Guru from grave and then just control from there. It's kind of wild to think about. But yeah, there's a ton of applications for it. I could go over them now, but like, there's too many to kind of like go through. So there you go. I'm just kind of pumped that we're finally getting this one. So yeah, that's it. A solid Gemini card, and awesome. So guys, let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you think this is actually good. Let me know if you think this is just terrible, that it's slow because it's a trap card. You can't get that search, you can't get that special turn 1, and that's not good. But you think like it still could be a decent card. What if it's searchable? I mean, what if just straight up like Gemini cards become searchable? Cards with Gemini in the name become searchable in this archetype. Then this card becomes even more impactful, even way better. You don't have to play 3 copies of it. You just play 1 or 2 if your engine just gets it pretty easy, right? Stuff like that. So just keep it in mind, keep it in the back of your head. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I'm on the news videos. I got deck profiles coming up. I got a couple decks I'm working on right now. I have a regional next week. I'm going to give you guys a tournament report on that, whether I'm good or whether I do well or poorly. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love you. Peace.